Welcome to the Nutrition Longevity Podcast, a podcast dedicated to empowering anyone who wants to understand nutrition, health and fitness with building the same level of expertise you'd get from a $40,000 nutrition degree for free. This is a space where science becomes simple, clarity replaces confusion, lifelong well-being is built one day at a time, hosted by Mr. Jake Biggs. Jake is an accredited clinical nutritionist based in Sydney, Australia with a Bachelor of Health Science in Nutritional and Dietetic Medicine. Jake explores the real foundations of optimal health and delivers research-driven guidelines and practical strategies for anyone seeking to build genuine expertise in their own health. Episode 2. What does healthy eating actually mean?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world listening to this podcast. I'm back for another podcast banger, and today we're tackling one of the most confusing, overused, and honestly abused phrases in the entire wellness universe. Healthy eating. This phrase gets thrown around more than a footy ball at Bondi Beach. Everyone uses it. No one can define it. It's right up there with detox, clean eating, and boost your metabolism. Phrases that sound scientific but absolutely mean nothing whatsoever. If you ask 10 people what healthy eating means, you'll get 10 completely different answers. Ask 20 people and you'll get 20 answers plus one person who actually says, I don't know, I just eat what my dog eats because he looks healthy. And honestly, sometimes the dog is better eating than we actually are. Healthy eating has become this vague, shapeless concept that everyone talks about, but no one who I've ever met or listened to in my entire life can actually define it. It's like the nutritional version of Bigfoot. Everyone claims they've seen it, but no one can prove it exists. So today, guys, I'm breaking it down exactly. Not according to influencers, not according to diet culture, not according to your mum, not according to your dad, not according to models, not according to your friend who swears celery juice cured her anxiety and depression, but according to real evidence-based literature. And yes, we're going to have some fun with it too. Healthy eating is not a personality trait. Let me get this out of the way early. Healthy eating does not make you morally superior. As far as I am aware, there is no Nobel Prize for most kale consumed in a calendar year. You don't get a trophy for declining dessert. But diet culture has convinced people that healthy eating is a personality. You're not just eating a salad, you're becoming a better person. You're not just avoiding sugar, you're ascending spirituality. A 2017 study by DePere et al. In Appetite found that people attach moral value to food choices, labeling foods as good or bad, and by extension, labeling themselves as good or bad based on what they eat. This is how we ended up with people feeling guilty for eating a slice of bread as if they've committed a federal crime. Healthy eating is not a religion. It's not a moral code. It's not a personality. It's just eating, but in a way that supports and nourishes your body. Healthy eating is not eating clean, because what does that even mean? Clean eating is one of those ridiculous phrases that sounds wholesome until you realize it absolutely has no definition whatsoever scientifically. Clean compared to what? Dirty eating, contaminated eating, eating rolling around in the mud. A 2019 paper by Turner and Lafere in Nutrients found that clean eating is so poorly defined, it can mean anything from avoiding processed foods to only eating foods that have been blessed by a Himalayan monk under a full moon. The problem is that clean eating often becomes restrictive eating, and restrictive eating often becomes disordered eating. Healthy eating is not about purity. It's not about perfection. It's not about eating like a monk who lives on a mountain and has never ever seen a carbohydrate. Healthy eating is about nourishment, not punishment. Healthy eating is not times a million about cutting out food groups. Unless you have a medical condition, for example, celiac disease or lactose intolerance or a peanut allergy, cutting out entire food groups is usually unnecessary. But diet culture loves the extremes. No carbs, no fats, no sugar, no gluten, no high FODMAPs, no dairy, no joy, no happiness, no will to live. A 2020 review by Katz and Miller in the Annual Review of Public Health found that the healthiest diet patterns in the world, such as the Mediterranean diet, all share one thing. They include a wide variety of foods. They do not eliminate, they do not restrict, they do not demonize. They include, they encourage. Healthy eating is not about what you remove, it's about what you add. Healthy eating is not the same for everyone. This is where things really get spicy. People love to say, just eat like me, as if their digestive system is the blueprint for the entire human species. But the science actually says otherwise. A groundbreaking 2015 study by Zivi et al. In Cell found that people have dramatically different blood sugar responses to the exact same foods. One person can eat a banana and their blood sugar spikes like a firework because of their high adipose tissue, which is a scientific term for body fat. Another person eats the same banana and their blood sugar barely moves because they have low subcutaneous body fat or adipose tissue, which means that their insulin sensitivity is incredible. Same food, different body, different response. You give someone a banana who's obese is a completely different component with giving someone a banana who's extremely lean. This is why your friend can eat pasta every day, multiple times, and look like a Greek statue, while somebody else can eat one slice of sourdough and your body says, let's store this for winter. Healthy eating is personal, it's individual, it's contextual. There is no universal, perfect, healthy eating diet. There is only your universal, perfect eating habits. Healthy eating is not about eating superfoods. Oh yes, the superfoods world, the Avengers of the nutrition world. Every year, a new superfood emerges from the depths of the Amazon rainforest or the back corner of a Whole Foods aisle, and it's claimed to be the miracles of all miracles. Goji berries, acai bowls, chia seeds, quinoa, kale, coconut milk, coconut water, turmeric lattes, blue spirulina that looks like something you'd use to dye a Smurf. But here's the truth, guys. A 2018 review by Dwyer et al. In Nutrition Today found that the term superfood has zero scientific meaning whatsoever. It's a marketing term created to sell expensive foods to people who already have perfectly good broccoli at home. Healthy eating is not about magical foods. It's about eating a balanced eating pattern consistently. Broccoli may not be glamorous, but it works. Beans may not be on Instagram, but they work. Whole grains may not get you the likes, but they work. Superfoods are fun, but they're completely unnecessary. Healthy eating is not about eating perfectly. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Perfection can lead to disordered eating quickly. A 2014 study by Smith et al. In eating behaviors found that people who strive for perfect eating are more likely to develop disordered eating patterns, binge eating, and chronic guilt. Healthy eating is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. If you eat well 80% of the time and the other 20% is chocolate, pizza, and the occasional McFlurry, well, you're doing all right. Healthy eating is not a test you pass or fail like a driver's test. It's a pattern, it's a rhythm, it's a lifestyle. So, the million-dollar question, what does healthy eating actually mean, Jake? Now that we've cleaned up what healthy eating isn't, let's talk about what it actually is. Here's the real definition, the one backed by decades of research, thousands of studies, and every reputable major nutrition organization in the world agrees upon. Healthy eating means eating in a way that supports your physical health, mental health, energy levels, digestion, hormones, and long-term well-being in a way that is sustainable, enjoyable, and realistic for your life. That's it. No drama, no extremes, no food guilt, no crazy superfoods. But let's break it down even further. Healthy eating means eating a variety of foods. A 2018 review by Shingwick-Stuckow et al. In Advances in Nutrition found that dietary diversity is one of the strongest predictors of long-term health. Different foods provide different nutritional value, which means different vitamins and minerals. Different nutrients support different systems. Your body thrives on variety. If your diet looks like a beige color palette, Houston, we have a problem. Healthy eating means enough protein. You need to make sure you're eating enough protein. Protein supports muscle, metabolism, immune function, and satiety. A 2015 paper by Padden, Jones et al. In the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that evenly distributing protein across meals improves muscle protein synthesis. So in layman's dummy-based terms, this means don't save all your protein for dinner. Your muscles need love the entire day. Healthy eating means eating carbs. Yes, actually, really. Carbs are not the enemy. Your brain relies on glucose, which is carbs, as its primary fuel source. A 2019 review by Reynolds et al. In the Lancet Journal found that high-fiber carbohydrate diets reduce the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and mortality. Carbs are not the problem. Ultra processed carbs are. There's a difference between a sweet potato and a donut. Both delicious, one slightly more helpful. Healthy eating actually means eating healthy fats. Dietary fats support hormones, brain function, and nutrient absorption. A 2017 study by Schwab et al. In Nutrition Reviews found that replacing saturated fats with unsaturated fats improves cardiovascular health. So yes, avocado and extra virgin olive oil is good for you. No, you don't need to eat an entire avocado tree. Healthy eating means enough fiber in your daily intake. Fiber is that unsung hero of nutrition. A 2020 review by Stephen et al. In Nutrients found that fiber improves digestion, reduces inflammation, supports gut health, and lowers disease risk. If your gut is unhappy, your whole body is unhappy. Eat plants, eat whole grains, eat beans. Your gut will thank you. Healthy eating means eating in a way that fits your life. This is the part that nearly everyone forgets. Healthy eating has to fit your schedule, your budget, your culture, your preferences, your stress levels, your lifestyle. A diet that works for a celebrity with a private chef is not going to work for the average Joe. A diet that works for a bodybuilder is not going to work for someone who sits at a desk all day. A diet that works for your friend may not work for you. Healthy eating is personal, it's flexible, it's adaptable. Healthy eating means enjoying your food. This is the part diet culture hates. A 2015 study by Muck in Appetite found that enjoying your food improves digestion, reduces stress, and increases satisfaction. If you hate your diet, it's not healthy. If you dread your meals, it's not healthy. If you're constantly thinking about the food you can't have, it's not healthy. Healthy eating includes joy, pleasure, satisfaction. Food is meant to be enjoyed. Healthy eating means letting go of guilt. Food guilt is one of the most toxic parts of modern nutritional culture. A 2014 study by Kuja and Boyd in Appetite found that people who feel guilty about eating chocolate are more likely to overeat it later, while people who feel pleasure are more likely to eat moderately. Guilt doesn't make you healthier, it just makes you miserable. Healthy eating means eating without shame, without fear, without self-punishment. The real definition of healthy eating, what we've all been waiting for. So after all the science, all the humor, all the journal articles, and all the debunking, let's get right into it. Finally, what does healthy eating actually mean? And here it is, guys. Healthy eating means nourishing your body with a balanced, variety, enjoyable diet that supports your physical and mental well-being in a way that is sustainable, it's flexible, and it's realistic for your life. It's not perfect, it's not restrictive, it's not extreme, it's not joyless. It's just balanced, it's supportive, and human. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I'll see you all in episode 3.